remember the story of the Boks being so bad that they were sent to a top secret boot camp where they were blixemed, shot at, and nearly starved to death because, no DNA, just RSA? Well, look, I'll tell you the story. The year is 2003 and coach Rudolf Straeuli just watched the Boks get opforked on live TV. 53-3 by England, 52-16 by the All Blacks. And instead of doing a normal coach thing like, I don't know, fix the line out, Coach Straeuli decided to hire former police special task force operatives, blindfolded the players, and then drove them out to a secret location near the Botswana border. That was not Voetspore, dames en heren, that was Camp Staldraad, and it was anything but a vacation. Just as the gents arrived for the camp, Bakkies Botha lets out a fart which was so large and so enormous that everybody laughs. Turns out that fart was the last normal moment in that camp. And before you know it, gunshots were heard over their heads. Skalk Burger, who is 19 and fresh out of school, hits to the deck and later says that's when he realized that shit got unfucking real. Players in a freezing lake pumping up rugby balls while the taskmasters were having a braai. Players frozen in a pit for hours while listening to God Save the Queen and the All Blacks haka on loop. And to make matters even worse, players had to physically moor each other for a World Cup spot. They were starved for days and before you know it, were handed 2 live chickens and told to kill them with their bare hands. What do you think happened after this perfectly healthy and constructive training camp? The Boks lost to England in the pool stage and got hammered 29-9 by the All Blacks in the quarter-final, which, apart from that game in Brighton, which never happened and is a figment of our collective imagination as South Africans, was South Africa's worst World Cup showing in Springbok history. Sadly though, the camp aftermath took a dark turn. The Boks analyst Dale McDermott was at the camp and he was appalled by what he saw. So he decided to leak photos of the camp to the media. The photos truly shocked the country. But despite his bravery, McDermott lost his job. He was ostracized, called Judas, and in January 2005, while still carrying the weight of his actions, took his own life. He was only 35. Decades later and the Boks are on top of the world. But it's crazy to think that the same jersey that once needed live rounds and slaughtered chicken to feel worthy of a World Cup is now worn by back-to-back double champions with none of that theatre required. The most South African story here isn't the trauma, it's how far we've come from needing it, and a reminder that people who tell the truth deserve to get better than what Dale got. Mash now potatoes, Pretoria.